Boxing Lowdown, and I'm back here with another video. Now, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment if you like, and I'll happily get back to you. Now, I did a video a couple of days ago about Canelo's plans for 2021. If you haven't checked that video out, go ahead and check it out. He's basically looking to, like I said, like the video says, map out his schedule for this year. And in that schedule that he had in mind, obviously he's looking to defend his WBC super middleweight title against Avni Yildirim in Mexico, possibly on February the 27th. I think that's the date that's being spoken about now. But let's be honest, that's not going to be very competitive. I mean, Canelo Alvarez, that would be more of a showcase fight for him in front of his hometown, his home fans. And yeah, he's going to... Avni Yildirim is not expected to pose too much problems for Canelo. And considering he gets through that, because, you know, anything can happen in boxing, but considering he does get through that, then he's then looking to, you know, unify the 168-pound division, which is refreshing, you know. And to do that, he would obviously have to beat Billy Joe Saunders, who holds the WBO title, and he'd also have to defeat Caleb Plant, who holds the IBF strap. So that's his plans for 2021. I'm fully behind it. I fully support it. And it's good to see the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the sport map out his year. Hopefully he gets to have those fights, because for me, I'd love to see him at least attempt to become undisputed champion at 168 pounds. I just love the whole undisputed champion thing. I think that there's just way too many belts in boxing right now. And the fact that Canelo is looking to, seek supremacy over another division is good. I think that's good to see. But that's not going to be my topic of this video. It's actually going to be about another option that he does have, because he has plenty of options. And one of those options that he does have is Triple G, you know, a trilogy with Gennady Golovkin. Now, I've said numerous times in the past that this is not a fight that I'd really be interested in. I feel like that I've seen the first two fights. We've seen them. We've seen how they play out. And I don't think the third fight will be any different. But it's interesting to see Canelo's thoughts on it. He did an interview where he was asked about a possible trilogy with Gennady Golovkin, who was in action not too long, a week before Canelo actually, where he stopped his mandatory, pretty easy goings for him. And, Canelo was pretty dismissive. I mean, he said that if they were to fight, Triple G would have to move up in weight to 168 pounds, which I think Triple G would do, to be fair. I don't think he'd avoid that. And he's basically saying it would all be on his terms. And if Triple G wants it, then he can get it. But one thing that stood out for me in that interview was that Canelo said that he thinks he'd stop Triple G. He thinks that he would stop him if they fought this time. And he thinks he'd do a real number on him. Triple G's not getting any younger. Obviously, he's like 38 years old now. He probably is slightly coming out of his prime. He's probably a bit slower than he has been in previous fights. You know, there's been a bit of wear and tear. I thought that fight against Sergey Devryanchenko definitely took a bit out of him. And, it was close, that fight was. You know, it was a lot closer than many people expected it to be. So I think he has lost a bit of a step. I wouldn't say he's lost too much, but Canelo, he's still looking as sharp as ever for me. And, maybe he's right. Maybe if they do fight, maybe it would be a lot more clearer, that the manner of victory. Maybe he would be able to do a number on Triple G. But personally, for me, it's not one that I'm particularly interested in. It's not high on my wish list. There are other fights that I'd like to see both of these guys take part in. Like with Canelo, for example, I said I'd like to see him try and unify the 168-pound division. Whereas Triple G, he's got some very entertaining fights to have at middleweight. You know, he could fight Jamal Charlo. That's a fight I'd love to see. I'd like to see him against Demetrius Andrade. So let's get those fights going on, man. I mean, with Jamal Charlo, it's looking like that Canelo, who is the WBC franchise champion, I think the WBC are reviewing that status at middleweight at the moment. So Charlo is like the regular champion, but I think he'll be upgraded to full champion. I don't know, but there'll be something for Gennady Golovkin there on offer if he was to fight Charlo. Let's put it that way. The WBA belt has been already vacated. So let's see those fights, man. I mean, the trilogy, yeah, it makes Triple G a lot of money. It makes Canelo a lot of money. But from a boxing fan's perspective, I'm not interested in it, man. I want to see these two guys continue to go in other directions. Like, there are other great fights to be made. So Canelo doesn't have short of options, and neither does Triple G. So let's see those guys fight other people. And then maybe, if it is still being spoken about after that, then we could look into it. But I'm being honest, man. I'm not really interested in it, and I'd like to see these guys fight other people. So maybe you guys think differently. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me because there are quite a lot of people that would like to see the trilogy. But for me, it's not high on my list right now, man. It's not something that I'm really bothered about. But let me know what you think anyway, man. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you want to see the trilogy take place this year, or would you rather see Canelo Alvarez unified 168-pound division? Let me know, guys, in the comments below. I'll catch you on the next video.